Hey everybody, you know, nowadays the black appearance package is a big deal on a lot of vehicles and people are paying big money to get it. Today I'm going to show you how you can give your tail lights a black appearance package look for a little bit of money by taking a bottle of this and making this look like this. Big difference. It'll cost you less than 20 bucks to make the change. So if you're interested, keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. All right, so pay close attention here because you're gonna need to write this down. Got a lengthy tool list for this project. You're gonna need a socket and an 8mm bit. That's it. You got 2 bolts here. This is on my 22 Maverick. Obviously, I don't know how to get off everybody's tail light, but for the Maverick, it's super easy. All right, get those 2 out. All right, so once you have those 2 bolts out, it's just gonna pop right off. You see that there's 2 pins here that go into these holes. They just pop right out. You've got the connector here. Just push on that and it pops right out. All right, so once you have the taillight assembly out, you just have to remove the wiring harness and the bulbs. The harness has a couple of places where it has a clip here that holds it in, and then there's 2 clips here. And what I found with these clips, these little plastic clips just go down over these plastic tabs and they have little teeth on them. I fiddled around with the other side when I started last night. There's no really great way to just loosen those up and make them come off. You just kind of got to pull and wiggle them up, and you hear that it scratches against the plastic a little bit. That's no big deal, as long as you just don't want to break these tabs. And then to put them on, you just push them again, which you'll see later. So those are the 3 places where the harness attaches. And then the bulbs themselves, it turns this way. A little counterclockwise turn of each bulb. And you've got the wire harness out. And that's all there is to it. So now I've got the tail light assembly without any wires, bulbs. It's literally just plastic. You got your 3 holes. It's hollow. And now we're just gonna fill it up with degreaser, and it's gonna eat the chrome paint off the inside of the housing. All right, so all you need to do this job is a bottle of Zepp Industrial Purple Degreaser. I picked this up at Lowe's. I think it was $14 and some cents. So pretty inexpensive for a gallon, and that's more than enough to do the job. I actually am gonna put it down because I used last night, I used about half a gallon to do the driver's side light, and there's no need that I have to take any more out of the bottle. I'm sure that this that I used in the first side will be just fine for the second side as well. So all I'm gonna do is just use my funnel, and I'm gonna pour this degreaser right into the tail light. The other nice thing about this, reusing it, is that you also know you have the right amount, because that should be just about exactly how much. So you get that in there, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start it out this way, and I'm gonna let it sit upright, and it's gonna, the level of fluid is probably right about here somewhere, and it's gonna go ahead and work on this whole portion of the assembly there. And then after about 15 or 20 minutes, I'll just slide it forward and I'll let the fluid go into the back portion. And the reason I start this way is obviously when I pivot it, some of the fluid is going to spill out into the tub. So I need more fluid for this front portion than I do for the back. So now there's nothing to do, just wait. So that actually took a lot longer than I thought. Last night, I did the driver's side in my garage, and I really don't think it took more than about 30 minutes in each position. Today, it was actually taking quite a bit longer. I actually started to get worried, but I just gave it more time and now it's perfect. So I'm glad I actually did that so I can let you know. It's possible that maybe, you know, this light from this side just had gotten a thicker coat of the chrome paint or something, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm gonna drain out most of this degreaser from the cavity. And when I flip this over, if you look in there now, you can see that black plastic in there. That was all covered with chrome paint all the way over. And that's what gave it that really bright appearance. So, all right, so all you're gonna do is come in here. Obviously, you probably don't wanna do this in the kitchen sink, but slop sink is a good place for it. You just want to fill it up and just drain it out. You want to get all that degreaser out of there. Rinse off the outside as well. And you'll see a bunch of bubbles. You just want to keep on filling it with clean, fresh water and dumping it out until you're not getting any bubbles coming out. You can see how that degreaser kind of suds up. All right, so as you can see, here's what the tail light looks like after you're done with the degreaser and you've got it all rinsed out. If you look here under this light here with this better lighting, you can really see how that's just perfectly clean black plastic where that was covered with the chrome. And here you can see I rinsed it out and I had some warm water in there, and we've got a little bit of condensation on the inside. You've got some drops here, so obviously we've got to clean that out. What I found last night that works really good is if you just use a towel to kind of, as a prop, you can get your high-tech tail light dryer, and if you just set it up like this where it blows hot air in the center, it'll vent through and come out the other side and just push out all the water vapor. Run it for about 15 minutes and it should be ready to go back on the truck. All right, so the high-tech dryer worked. Got everything cleaned off and dried off. Light looks great. Ready to go, put it back on the truck. All right, so here's the driver's side, which I did last night. As you can see, I think it really turned out well. And you can actually, if you look closely, you can see through the clear portion of the headlight. And back there, you just see this, all this plastic is just perfectly black. That was all covered with chrome. And I was actually amazed at how well it works and how clean it comes off. You'd think that, you know, there'd be flakes or pieces that would hang on, but it just comes off stripped completely clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put the wire harness back on here now. So I guess I'll start by putting the bulbs in. So again, you just line them up. It's a quarter turn clockwise to put them back in. And then again, you've got your two clips that go onto these tabs, and you just line them up and push. That's all there is to it. You push them in and those metal teeth grab. And then this piece here just has a little metal clip that clips on to that plastic tab. So just go ahead. That's back on there. That's all there is to it. Then you come around here. I'm going to get my connection. You heard that click in. I've got my two posts back into the plastic grommets here that are in the frame. So you just line those up. All right, so as you can see, that's all there is to it. And you come over here, and now I've got blacked out tail light. People are paying $1,500 to get the black appearance on package from Ford. If I divide my cost of that degreaser by 2, that's about $8 a tail light to do that. So that's all there is to it for the reassembly. I just couldn't be happier with the way that it turned out. I think it's a really, really dramatic change. Love the way it looks, love the way it brings that black appearance package look to the truck for just a few dollars. And I couldn't really be happier with how easy it was to do as well. So if you're looking to maybe change up your style on your truck, Give this mod a try. I think you'll be happy too with how it turned out. Thanks for checking out the video, and have a great day.